was some of the points of emphasis for today's practice?
Well, it started with correction, all right? Correction from our last game, and then just going in. You want to stay with our ball movement. You really want to share the ball, be aggressive, driving the basketball, and making things happen. We really want our guys to get a good sense of what our automatics, our triggers are, and it takes a lot of repetition, you know, from carryover from the very first day of practice up to this point. They're getting better, but there's still some fine-tuning to be done, offensively and defensively.
Obviously, the guys that were with the team last year, Fred and Pascal and Yak, they've sort of taken a leadership role. And how do you think they've, brought the other players along so far in the summer league?
Well, they've done a good job. Yeah. They've done a good job, and not because they're talking about it, but because they are leading by example. They are. We can use them as examples of how things are supposed to be done, how we expect people to behave, both on the court and off the court. And they've done a great job just being attentive, keep growing, but at the same time being in a different role that they're accustomed to, and being leaders in this particular context. They've done a phenomenal job.
Just talk to me a little bit about Fred's development, because when I see, you guys are playing well. A lot of times you're playing with the lead, but sometimes the other team will creep back in, and it's a tight game, 2-3 possession game, and then he seems to just take upon himself to like, okay, I'm going to make a play here. Do you see that from him?
No, absolutely. Again, I'm biased. Yeah. I'm very biased because I love Fred. Listen, he's a quiet force. He's a quiet force, and he and I were just joking because to me he's another head coach on the floor, which is a point guard should be. And what is amazing with him is his ability to keep his composure. When everything else around him is kind of everybody's going crazy. Fred has shown the capacity of just being poised and being able to assess the situation and make good decisions in that sense. Very mature player.
And from Siakam, I'm seeing things that I didn't see last year, where he was getting the ball at the top of the three-point line, making a play off the dribble. How has his dribbling improved, and how has that benefited his game?
Well, one thing about Pascal, he has worked. Yeah. He's worked all summer. We've seen it. We work with them, and it shows. It shows. We tell our guys, what you do when we're not looking will eventually show, whether you're working or whether you're not working. And Pascal has been in the lab, working, owning his skills, and he's bringing with him something that he did not possess last year. And we're all seeing it, and we're all noticing it, and it is good to see. It's good for his development.